So in January of 2010, there was a large earthquake that happened down in Haiti. It destroyed buildings, infrastructure, I mean, you name it.
The way that it is in the country of Haiti, as is many third world countries, is that if patients are diagnosed with acute kidney injury, it's a death sentence, they die.
The first thing was when I volunteered that day, I said I'd be willing to go to Haiti. They said, okay, how about tomorrow? And I got to say, the initial reaction was, I'd say, the blood drained from my face. And I remember being on the plane and thinking, what am I getting myself into?
I didn't know the circumstances that I was getting into. I didn't really know where I'd be staying or anything like that. I just knew I wanted to be a nurse and that people needed help, so I was going to go.
There's a possibility that some of the machines might need some repair, and Patrick could use a hand teaching. So would you, is that something that you'd be okay with?
It can be a tough job. You sleep in 100-degree heat. There's no hot running water for showers.
Sometimes the electricity was working, sometimes it wasn't.
The water that we got, we couldn't drink.
Everyone, for the most part, wasn't speaking English to us, so that was also a huge barrier. There were a lot of nurses that had never had training on dialysis, let alone the NxStage machines before. We had to do everything we could to get these nurses and physicians trained so that they felt better acclimated, more competent to take care of patients, to hopefully help them recover from acute kidney injury and be able to make it out of the hospital.
I mean, Patrick has incredible skill set in terms of the clinical. So he's top-notch training nurse and knows everything about the clinical aspect of the NxStage machine and take care of patients. And then Brian came in with this incredible skill set of, I can MacGyver any machine and make it work in any environment. And the other issue that happens in countries like Haiti is people like myself will bring complicated medical equipment and it'll work for 3 months. And then because of some small glitch, the thing will go into disrepair, and then it just becomes a boat anchor. And I think that it's really clear to me that you need someone like Brian.
We ran into a guy, he was in his late 60s. He had leptospirosis. Now here, you'd get antibiotics and never even think about it again. So now here's a guy in the hospital on death's door. They put him on dialysis, and I just spoke to Dr. Remillard today. He's actually home with his grandchildren, alive because of the NxStage system and because he was able to get dialysis in that country.
This is why I'm here moment is when I saw a family around a gentleman who, I think they said he was in his 40s. He had gone into acute kidney injury and there was a NxStage machine set up right next to him. And then when I went back to do my hospital rounds with Dr. Remillard the following day, he was up out of bed, he's in the chair. The NxStage machine was still there, but his kidneys made the recovery. And that was when I was like, this is why I'm here.
The tools that we've used so far allow them to make something that would have been instantly fatal better, and we've saved actually quite a few patients.
It's a little bit of what I can give back to somebody else, and it's the community that was down there, the people that I met. They did a really good job of making sure that we, as little as they had, that we didn't want for anything. The stress of practicing medicine here every day, I think a lot of people become cynical. And when you start to work in a place like Haiti, you begin to focus on human beings, and everything is vital, because if you're really saving lives that otherwise wouldn't be saved. And so what I found is that everybody who starts to touch a project like that just becomes inspired.
It opens my eyes. It makes me realize that there are so many people out there who go through these struggles and challenges every single day, but they still get up, they do what they have to. It's something that makes me want to be better, and I would hope that it would make other people want to be better as well.